have some talking points on that.
I don't have a question about the economy. I 2 years ago, I auditioned for Berklee on Stop This Train. It was like 2 weeks after it came out, and I was so excited because it was such a good song, and I played it, and they were like, well, aren't you going to sing? I was like, no, just listen to this, it's really good. So what I wanted to ask about that was, like, when you come up with a cool lick like that, and it was similar on Heart of Life, too, does the technique kind of dictate the song, or did you build the song around the technique?
Did I build the song over that guitar part and that arrangement? I think it's inherent. I think it's instinctive. Your instincts will get better. The things you can't explain about why you did what you did will get more and more because you're informing your inspiration. So when I wrote Stop This Train, I had this guitar part that I really liked. And I went, whoa, when you get a guitar part you really like, when you get a melody you really like, you get more and more indebted to that song because the worst thing that can happen is to let it down with bad lyrics and let it down with a bad melody. So if you get a great series of chords, you get a great sort of ability to express melodically on top of it. That's when I lock myself in my house for a week, and I won't come out until it's done because you have to respect sort of the lineage of the song. What a terrible crime it would be to have a killer track and not be able to really unfold the song by putting lyrics on it, the best lyrics you can come up with. Stop This Train was a magic moment for me. The story of Stop This Train is that I figured out this little guitar part. I was in between homes. There's this thing in New York where they say, or anywhere, we should have you in by April. And it's December, you're not in. So I had been in between homes, so I was staying in a hotel room, living in a hotel room for months and months and months. But I was working in the studio every day. And then I had something I like to refer, and doctors like to refer to as double kidney stones at the same time. Ooh, I'll tell you what. So I had nothing to do but medicate, get CAT scans, and hang out in a hotel room. And that gave me a whole bunch of time to sit and play guitar and look out the window. There's something interesting about people, unfortunately, and God forbid, get into accidents and are bedridden. Something interesting happens to their work output. You know, Kanye West is who he is because he was in bed for a long time. His jaw wired shut. Those things, when someone's in bed, you know, one of my favorite artists is Jay Dilla, the late great Jay Dilla. Jay Dilla was in bed. He was very, very sick in the last years of his life, but he put music out that was, I'll be breaking down for the rest of my life. He did it on an MPC on his lap in bed, you know. So there is something to be said about solitary confinement, or as I call it, solitary refinement. And you have to get away from it, and that's what this trip is for me too. I will tell you selfishly, I needed this as well, to just get back to the basic, get back inside. So Stop This Train is the result of being forced to be in one place at one time and just give everything to a song. That song is my most sort of cinematic, take you on a trip sort of a song, and I'll tell you, it's only there because of work, as a craft song. It is not something that comes to you overnight. That is bang away at it, bang away at it, bang away at it. And I knew that I just loved the chords and the music so much that it deserved that much time. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh no, this is scary. Okay. I was just wondering, I've had a kind of a hard time lately trying to write stuff that is like speaks to people, and it is me, but it's not really me. And I'm sure
You're trying to write songs that speak to people, but they're not speaking to people?
they are, but it's more like because I'm saying it, but at the same time it's not really me.
But it's not addressing yourself. How old are you?
I'm 18.
18.
Yeah.
I think that has to do with a certain, you haven't made the trip inside, as I call it. Truly made the trip inside. That's what Boston is. Take walks. Look around. Get out of the 150 Mass Ave, Boylston, you choose a little axis of evil sometimes. I was having the same problem. I'm having the same problem now. I went in the studio for 2 days, thousands of dollars, going in the studio record a song, what I thought was a song, and it's just a pretty good idea. So I get into a car, 2 hours later, the sun's going down, it's 55 degrees, I can smell wood in the air, and I'm on the way up to Boston, I got a Dunkin' Donuts, and all of a sudden I go, wow, I got a lot to say. And I think it has to do with exploring, just getting out and looking around. There's a lot, you know, you're inside, at some point your inside's gonna go, get down here. And when you do, so here's the thing, what's wrong with being able to practice and learn the ability to express and practice on expressing things you don't feel yet? Because what you're learning is the technique. And then when you finally take the information you're learning and put it with the inspiration of, where am I? Who are my new friends and what happened to my old friends and what? It'll happen, I promise. I promise you, you're gonna have your own little like, whoa, 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 whoa. I had it, middle of October. I was like, I get it, I'm at Berklee. And all of a sudden I went, whoo, this ultimate, look, you might hit a little panic thing. You might hit an anxiety thing. Some of you may have already hit the, whoa, 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 what? I gotta walk, I gotta take a walk, I gotta take a walk, I gotta take a walk, I gotta go outside, I gotta take a walk. That's your inside going, get down here. Which I don't think is a bad thing. I think it's terrible at first because you have to sort of make friends with the truest part of the missing and the need. I don't want to say darkness, but emptiness. And when you finally connect with that, you're gonna write 6 in a row. Because you're gonna know how to. You're gonna know how to take that idea. God, how do I ever do this and that and that? And why did I get this crappy letter from a friend who says they don't want to be a friend anymore? Why did I, you'll know how to express it. So I understand the need to want to finish a song and go, going Fridays. You know? I used to do that all the time. I used to love writing a song and going out to dinner. Because when you write a song, when you create something, you get this feeling, especially here, where you're constantly in an identity crisis because you see everyone else doing what you want to do. All of a sudden, your chest goes out and you go, you don't have what I wrote. And that is the greatest feeling in the world. Taking a walk, because you know you have a song and you're just going to come back after dinner and finish that bridge. Ooh, better drug than anything I've ever heard about in my life. That is the high of all life. You've created something for free that will give you identity and purpose and the feeling of being awake in every way. And it'll happen. But in the meantime, get the house ready for it.